Hello everyone, welcome to BYJU'S exam prep and I am Vipin Kumar. Now in this particular session, we are going to discuss the most important topic in thermodynamics, because when we talk about basic and applied thermodynamics, we have so many topics, okay? And you see, when I cover basic and applied thermodynamics, I take around 2 to 3 months, right? But of course, we do not need to study all the topics. When you have studied all the topic, now when you want to revise, of course there must be priority. So if you have done 2 or 3 revisions, you do not have to shortlist the topics. But if you want to still know that what are the most important topics, because you need to prioritize topic. Even if you have studied everything, the amount of time you are going to give for revision, it should be different for each and every topic. The time, the efforts, the number of questions, it should be basically in proportion to the weightage of the topic or the importance of the topic. Okay, so in this particular session, we are going to discuss the most important topic in thermodynamics, which is basic as well as applied. Okay, so let us start with the very first chapter of thermodynamics, which is basic concept in thermodynamics. Okay, so when we talk about this, when we talk about basic concept, the very first topic that is directly or indirectly important. Why I am saying indirectly? Because you see, ideal gas equation is not, they will ask you direct question very rarely, but it is going to be applied in each and every question of first law of thermodynamics, which is again a very important topic. So the concept of ideal gas will be indirectly used in most of your questions, and therefore it is the most important topic when we talk about basic concept chapter. And the second important topic that we have in basic concept is basically method of temperature measurement or temperature measurement scales. Okay, the topic that we studied before 1954, after 1954, that is very important. In fact, before 1954 is more important. Okay, so these are the two most important topic that you need to focus. Concept wise, practice wise as well, you need to focus in the very first chapter of basic concepts of thermodynamics. Then when we go to the first chapter, second chapter, which is first law of thermodynamics, it is very confusing. Okay, second chapter is first law of thermodynamics, but anyway, chalo, when you go to first law of thermodynamics chapter, then the very first topic, very long, a lot of effort, a lot of time you need to give, but it is the most important topic, and that is first law of thermodynamics for closed system. And in this topic, you do not just need to study first law of thermodynamics for a cycle or process, you also need to study work and heat transfer. That equation that we have, integration P dV, and how to calculate work transfer of each and every process. So basically the entire work transfer and first law of thermodynamics for closed system, it is very, 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 very important. Understand this. And the second is not comparatively but important, again, steady flow energy equation or the first law of thermodynamics for open system. So when we compare steady and unsteady, steady flow is much more important than unsteady. But I would say, give all, if you talk about first law of thermodynamics chapter, then 70% time and effort should be given on first law and 30% time must be given on steady flow energy equation. And it is very easy as well. Very, fixed type of questions they ask from steady flow energy equation, application based. If you know the application, very, very easy. Okay, if you know the assumptions to apply in those particular application, very easy. Okay, so these two topics you need to focus in your first law of thermodynamics. Now when we talk about second law of thermodynamics, so second law of thermodynamics, two concepts. First is concept of heat engine, heat pump and refrigeration. Now why I am saying it is the most important topic, because if you get a question from this topic and you are getting it wrong, that means it is your fault. It's very easy question, formula based question, nothing is to be done. If you know the formula, apply it, and it doesn't take any time, any effort, any technicality, nothing. Still, if you are getting it wrong, that is your fault. It is not then GATE exam fault or anyone else's fault, it's your fault basically. And the second one is Clausius inequality, that cyclic integral of dq by it is always less than equal to 0. That is your Clausius inequality. So it will be indirectly applied to concepts. For example, increase in entropy principle, and everywhere it will be applied. So Clausius inequality, and the most important is heat engine, heat pump and refrigeration concept. Very easy question, same type of question every year they ask, or whenever they ask. Okay, then the next topic is entropy. Entropy. So it is entropy change for first of all, entropy change. Now entropy change for what? Isothermal, non-isothermal. Now if it is non-isothermal, then solid, liquid and gas cases. Everything is properly explained in class. I have given a summary as well. If you know that summary, you do not even need to know the theory of it. Trust me guys, if you know that, if you have that table, if you know that, if you only have that table, you know what case is there. If you are able to identify the case in the question, is it isothermal or is it non-isothermal? If it is isothermal, then apply that formula. If it is non-isothermal, then see if it is solid, liquid or gas. Then you have all the equations, apply that particular equation. And also we use second law efficiency of turbine and compressor. Second law efficiency of turbine and compressor. Okay. And okay, I think we can also count this in available energy. Basically, it is basically by mistake it is typed there. So we usually call it in available energy or irreversibility. And irreversibility in this topic we count this. Okay. And then we have available energy again for a reservoir which is isothermal or a non-isothermal body. Entropy also for isothermal, non-isothermal, ऐसी available energy in isothermal and non-isothermal, that you need to find out. And then availability function for open and closed system. Only these two topics. And then second law efficiency is again very easy. Same type of, you have to apply two equations. First of all, second law equation, second law efficiency equation, and second is basically your ideal gas equation. Two equations you need to apply and you will be able to find out. But very similar type of questions they ask. Sorry, very same type of questions they ask whenever they ask same type of question basically. Okay, so these three topics you can focus here. You can skip entropy. We have also written the same topic, second law efficiency, that we count in this particular topic. Anyway, so this is basically our entire basic thermodynamics most important topics. So around I think 12 or 15 topics are there. These you can focus. Okay, so 2 topics from basics, 2 from first law, 2 from second law, 2 from second law, 1 from entropy and 3 from available energy. Okay, these topics you can focus. 10-11 topics are there. Okay, now next is applied thermodynamics, and the very first subject that we have is power plant engineering. Now if you are targeting ESC, then of course the syllabus is very big, but if you are only targeting GATE, then the most important topic is Rankine cycle. Even if you compare Rankine and Breton, Rankine is like this, Breton is like this. So many questions every year they ask from Rankine. Whenever they ask from Rankine cycle. Breton is important, but compared to Rankine, it's not very important, because in Rankine they ask so many questions. So Rankine cycle is on the priority with regeneration and reheat concept. Also Breton with regeneration and reheat. But again, the time, effort, number of questions that should vary is 60-40. 60% or 65% time you have to give for Rankine cycle, 35% time you have to give for Breton cycle. Okay. Next one is IC engine. What other than Otto and diesel cycle? 2 topics, khatam. Dual cycle you don't need to do. If you know, good, but your time and effort must be distributed to these 2 cycles, Otto and diesel. Okay, their efficiency, their mean effective pressure, work output, these things you can focus on, and the differences, compression ratio and all that thing. Okay, so these you need to focus on. And finally we have refrigeration and air conditioning. So in this you can focus on VCRS cycle, the most important topic, and then psychrometry properties, specific humidity, relative humidity, dry bulb temperature, dew point temperature. Okay, all these things you need to focus on. Okay, so these are the most important. All in all, I have given you around 20 topics, not more than that. Yes, all in all, I have given you around 20 topics. These topics will cover your 80% of the questions that will come from thermodynamics. Again, 20% we cannot guarantee. In fact, 80 to 85% of the questions will be coming from these topics only. अब 10-15% तो यार you need to study everything, then we cannot say anything. It depends on the mood, the vibe of the examiner, okay, in what mindset he is preparing the paper. So but again, it is the basically with experience, with analytics, we find that these are the most important, most weightage wise, number of questions wise, these are the most important topics in basic and applied thermodynamics. Okay, so your, in fact I would say your around 80% time should be given on these topics, then your 20% time should be given on other topic. If you have time, rest of the time you can 20 to 25% time you can give to rest of the topics, but your time and energy and efforts should be focused more on these topics, more on these topics. Okay, so guys, I hope that this session is going to help you prioritize the topics based upon the weightage. And very congratulations to these Vineet and Varun. They have done tremendously well in ESC exams and they have been selected. And of course, and a lot of selections are also there, which is not mentioned here. And you can also be the one who can, if you have a targeted study, focused study, right guidance, you can also get these ranks. Okay, so congratulations to these guys, and all the best to you guys as well who are preparing for next year GATE and ESC 2025. And if you want us to help you, if you want us to guide you through your preparation journey, then we have already started GATE 2025 and 26 batches. You can join these batches without any delay, because this is the right time to start your preparation. Okay, so very structured course, all the component that is required to prepare for GATE and ESC is covered in these batches. You will have live classes, you will have recorded lectures, you will have study material, practice quizzes, mock test, everything that is required is included in these particular batches. Okay, chalo. So guys, thank you so much. I hope that these sessions helped you. If you want any further help, you can join my Telegram channel, you can connect with me, you can call me, you can ask me whatever is there, we can connect and you can ask me whatever your doubts are. Okay, chalo, very well, let's stop the session here guys. I hope that this is going to help you prioritize your topics and your time and effort will be directed in the right direction basically. Okay, chalo, thank you so much guys, thank you so much. I will see you very soon in one of the next sessions. Bye bye.